Yes, good. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the topic EIGRP. Okay. So first of all, you guys need to know there are 3 types of routing, and please confirm if I'm audible, guys, in the chat. Yes. Okay, great. Okay, so let's start with full energy. We enjoyed a lot on Diwali. Okay, so we have, like, when we discuss about routing, so what is routing first of all? So what is routing? Forwarding of packets from one network to another network. Okay, so this is routing. Okay, so forwarding of packets from one network to another network. So for example, so this is location maybe Delhi. Okay, and Delhi has a LAN network. So Delhi का यहाँ पे LAN network एक. And if Delhi is connected to maybe another location, that is maybe Mumbai. So Mumbai also have your data center where you have servers. Okay, so these are servers. So these servers are going to connect with your office network, yes or no? So this is your office, head office, and this is your data center. So you want all your company, my screen is not visible. Guys, can you please confirm if my screen is visible? Sahiraj, can you please connect again? Because it's visible for everyone. तो अगर आप यहाँ देख पा रहे हो, okay, that I am going to connect this Delhi branch with Mumbai. So what will happen? So in Delhi network, you have a network maybe 192.168.1.0/24, right? And maybe in data center, you may be having like 192.168, maybe 50.0. Okay, so tell me, these two networks are different or not? Yes, they are different. And between this Delhi and Mumbai also, maybe these two routers are connected with the help of ISP, because you cannot put your Delhi to Mumbai cable. You will ask ISP for private connection. So which type of connection is this? Private WAN. Okay, so you will be going to contact Airtel or any big company like Tata and all. You will be asking, can you please connect my head office with my data center or head office with branches? Okay, so this private WAN network is also on any network. So in short, what we are discussing, what is routing? Forwarding of packets. Like if this user sitting in Delhi send a packet to the data center, how the packet will go? So the packet will go to Delhi, and then Delhi will forward to Mumbai, right? And then Mumbai will forward the traffic to server, and the same packet will come back from server to ISP to Delhi. And this is how your traffic is going to come back. Yes or no? Yes, everyone agree? So this flow, okay, I made a rainbow, but this flow is called routing, packet flow. Okay, so ये अभी जो हमने पढ़ा है, that is, you can say that is packet flow, or you can also say that is called routing, because we are forwarding packets from one network to another network, and that is called routing. Clear, everyone? So who is responsible for routing? There are two devices. One is router and one is layer 3 layer 3 switch. Yes, clear everyone? Okay. So now when we discuss about routing, so there are 3 types of routing and you have already given the answer. Okay, so first type of routing is, so there are 3 types of routing. Okay, so there are 3 types of routing. So one is called static routing. I'm trying to write in a best way. So then we have default routing. And the third category we have is dynamic routing. Clear everyone? So everybody knows how to configure static routing. सभी को पता है static route कैसे करते हैं? Okay, good. So static routing and default routing both are like it is basic. I am sure you have done in CCNA. Okay, so it is so in when we discuss about dynamic routing, so static and default routing is like manual configuration. Okay, yes or no? So I'm asking you all, suppose एक example लेते हैं. Suppose we have like so we have like 1 router, 2 router and 3 routers. Okay, like router 1, router 2, router 3. Okay, you have configured everything. Static routing is working properly here. Okay, but what happens? A new routers came into picture like router 4. तो पहले तीनों राउटर बिल्कुल सही से काम कर रहे हैं. All things are working fine between router 1, router 2, router 3. And suddenly we have a new location which is router 4. So tell me, when you add router 4, you need to do routing on router 4 all, or you have to do routing on all the routers of the company network. तो अगर एक नया राउटर कंपनी में आ जाता है तो सभी राउटर पे कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होगी या एक ही पे होगी? Yes. So in static routing, okay, so the static routing, the configuration is complex configuration. Why the configuration is complex? Because if you have multiple routers, if new devices are getting added, so in the new devices, so when you add a new device, you have to do the changes on all the routers. You have to do add configuration in all routers. So tell me, this process is a manual process or it's like automation? It's a manual process. But when we discuss about dynamic routing, so when we discuss about dynamic routing, if you take the same example, like you have router 1, router 2, router 3, and when the router 4 is being added in the network, okay, जैसे router 4 यहाँ पे लगेगा, you do not have to do any changes on router 1, router 2, router 3. You just have to do the changes on router 4 and automatically router 1, router 2, router 3 will be automatically added into R4 will be added to the network. Means this dynamic routing is like automatic updates. Automatic updates. So when you add a router 4 here, what will happen? Router 4 will send a message to router 3. Router 3 will send a message to router 2 that there is a network. And router 2 will send a message to router 1. And these messages are called routing updates. तो कैसे पता चलता है हर एक दूसरे राउटर को आपस में? How routers know each other with the routing updates. Clear everyone? Yes. And these routing updates, so automatic updates, or you can say routing updates. So who send routing updates? Who send routing updates? तो कौन भेजता है? Yes. Yes, Alakhya, very good, very good. So the who send routing updates? Routing protocols. Routing protocols. Okay. So कौन भेजता है? ये जितने भी messages हैं, all these messages are sent by routing protocols. So what is routing protocol? So now in routing protocols, in dynamic routing protocols, we have two categories. One is IGP and one is EGP. Okay? So routing protocols दो तरह के होते हैं. One is IGP and one is EGP. IGP stands for Interior Gateway Protocol. Interior Gateway routing protocols. Exterior Gateway protocols. So what is the difference between IGP and EGP? Okay, so let me check. Okay, so suppose let's take an example. Okay, so let's take an example. So, okay, so this is your India location, like Delhi, Mumbai, okay, Chennai, Kolkata, all these routers are connected. And this is your, maybe your all internal company routers. Okay, so this is your company. Okay, so maybe you work for HCL. Okay, and so maybe there is another company which is like here, and they all have different routers. And this company may be any other company. Okay, maybe let's call this, okay, like Zoho. Okay, so Zoho is also Indian company. Okay, so HCL and Zoho. So now both companies have their own routers. Because why they need routers? Because to connect their multiple locations. Why they have multiple routers? To connect multiple locations. In technical language, what you will say? Why routers are needed? To connect different networks. Yes. In a layman language, in a simple way, you can say to connect multiple locations, we use routers. Clear, everyone? So now inside HCL network and Zoho network, these routers are going to share information with each other. Yes. ये जितने भी है router, all these routers are going to share information with each other. So these routers are going to share routing updates. Yes or no? How this Delhi location is connected to Mumbai, how this Mumbai location is connected to Pune, and how this Delhi location is connected to maybe Chennai. So all these routers are connected with each other and they are sharing some messages, and these messages are routing updates. And who is sending these routing updates? Routing protocols. So inside the company ke andar, so inside the company interior gateway protocols, there are multiple routing protocols. Like one is RIP, which is very old protocol, that is called routing information protocol. Routing information protocol. Okay, routing information protocol. And after that we have like EIGRP, that is like will enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. Okay, and there is another protocol which is OSPF, which is most of you heard about in the job descriptions. That is open shortest. मैं नोट्स नहीं देने वाला किसी को, लिखो इसको, मजाक कर रहा हूं, ध्यान दो. Okay, so open shortest path first. Okay, so open shortest path first. हाँ दूंगा Shayaz. Okay, so these, like there is one another protocol, but let's focus on these three right now. Okay, there is one another protocol which is like ISIS. Okay, but let's talk about these ones first. Okay, so the first RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, and RIP we do not use nowadays. Okay, RIP is a very like old protocol, and it only supports 16 router. 16 router se zyada, you cannot add more than 16 routers in RIP protocol. The maximum routers you guys can add is 16. In EIGRP, no, it's not Pawan, not ISIS is not a part of ENARSI. Okay, so it's in CCNP service provider. So in EIGRP, we can go for 255. But if you know OSPF, Pawan, if you know OSPF, 90% you will be able to understand ISIS because both works on same protocol. That is SPF, shortest path first. And OSPF, you can add unlimited routers. There is no limit. Okay, you can add unlimited routers. ठीक है, तो RIP के अंदर कितने राउटर लग रहे हैं? RIP, like RIP routing information protocol, you can add up to 16 routers. In EIGRP, you can go up to 255 routers. And in OSPF, you can go for unlimited routers. Clear? And now HCL and Zoho, this HCL and Zoho, like both are mostly companies are connected with one major provider, and that is called Zoho and HCL. They will be connected with one of the company, that is ISP, Internet Service Provider, Airtel and all. So all these companies like ISP will have their own routers, yes or no? ISP के भी router होंगे, है ना? So ISP will have their own routers, and they have very big network. They have hundred or thousands of routers, and all these routers are also like they have their own internal network. So inside HCL, like which protocol will be used? IGP. तो कंपनी के अंदर कौन सा प्रोटोकॉल यूज होगा? इंटरनली दे आर गोइंग टू यूज एनी आईजीपी प्रोटोकॉल, एंड मे बी RIP, maybe EIGRP or OSPF, but 90% of the companies are using OSPF. Okay, so that's why OSPF is very important. So when we talk about this Mumbai router, can you see this Mumbai router and ISP? Okay, they are not from same company, they are different, because every company, okay, every company have a number which is called AS number. Okay, so AS number, we will discuss AS number in BGP. So when we will learn BGP, okay, so we will be having, all companies have a unique number, like maybe AS 5000. तो एक number है AS number 5000. AS stand for autonomous system. Okay, so autonomous system, it's a unique number provided to companies for their, like for the connectivity of BGP. Okay, used in BGP. You can write here used in BGP. Clear, everyone? So Mumbai router ISP. So ISP has a number maybe AS 7000, and Zoho has a AS number maybe 8000. So all companies have different AS number. So inside the AS, this is complete one AS. So inside the AS, which protocol you will use? Interior gateway protocol. And to connect two different AS number, which protocol we will use? Exterior gateway protocol category has only one protocol, which is called BGP, which is border gateway protocol. Some guys are going to say Bharatiya Janata Party. No, it's BGP, not BJP. I know you are a diehard fan of BJP, but still it's BGP. ठीक है, तो border gateway protocol. So border gateway protocol is used to connect different AS number, different AS numbers. Okay, sorry about my writing. ठीक है, yeah, Pawan, some people sound like BJP in interviews I've seen. मोदी जी का प्रोटोकॉल है ये. Okay, so Zoho, sorry about that. Okay, so let's revise what we have done. Okay, so in dynamic routing, so dynamic routing is better because we have automatic updates here. Okay, and who send routing updates? Routing protocols. And there are two categories of routing protocols. One is interior gateway protocol and one is exterior gateway protocol. So in the interior gateway protocol, we have RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, and in exterior gateway protocol, we have border gateway protocol. Okay, तो जो कंपनी के अंदर चलते हैं, so these protocols which are on the left side, these protocols are used in the companies for their internal connectivity. And the companies, when they connect with big companies like Airtel or ISP, so they use a BGP between them. So Zoho is also going to use a BGP. So ये जो connection दिख रहा है आपको ISP वाला, so Mumbai to ISP, they will be going to use BGP. And these router, and also you can use another type of routing because ISP is internet. Okay, so you can use a default routing also, but BGP has their own benefits, which we will discuss in this course content. Okay, static route can use for different AS. No one work. Okay, so we can use default routing. Static route, like if it is directly connected, definitely you can use. Okay, static route you can use for different AS as well. Okay, but normally companies are not going to prefer. You can add a default route, but yes, the answer is you can connect static route for different AS also. Okay, but अगर वो आपको allow कर रहा है, okay. So the first protocol, like I'll be taking because according to the content. So this is CCNP NRC PDF. Okay, like it's an official workbook. So if you see the first chapter, they say according to CCNP that you have to learn the basic of IPv4, IPv6 addressing. Okay, and the first routing protocol that it is covering, the book it's covering, that is like EIGRP. So what is the difference between OSPF and BGP? Okay, so the major difference between, like if somebody asks you in interview, okay, so we'll discuss in more detail, but I'm just giving an idea. So OSPF and BGP में क्या difference है? So first of all, OSPF is used, OSPF is interior gateway protocol है. Interior gateway protocol, and BGP is exterior gateway protocol. The major difference, exterior gateway protocol. Okay, the main another difference, interior gateway protocol, and it's used for obviously internal connectivity, and BGP can used for internal and external both, because BGP has two different flavors. Okay, so and BGP, like the major difference, like we can modify in BGP, we can modify incoming and outgoing traffic, incoming and outgoing traffic. मतलब जो ट्रैफिक आप अंदर आ रहा है ना, suppose you want all your Google traffic, all your Facebook traffic will come from ISP2. Okay, so that is done by BGP. So you can say, take an example. So if this is your company router, okay, let's call your company router, and company router is connected with ISP1 and also connected with ISP2, and you want all your traffic to come from this side for incoming. तो आप चाहते हो मेरी पूरी traffic, you want all your incoming traffic from this side, and you want all your outgoing traffic from this side. So that is only possible when you have this major big protocol, or the best protocol, that is BGP. Clear, everyone? And BGP is the internet. BGP is the protocol which is actually helping all the companies to connect to the worldwide internet. So basically BGP is internet. BGP table is called internet table. So BGP table is only internet table. So what does it mean? जो सारी connectivity है पूरी दुनिया की, okay, the connectivity in the world today, all the companies are talking to each other. Airtel is connected to maybe America networks, US networks, UK networks. They all sharing routing updates, and which protocol is being used in sharing routing updates with big companies or big ISPs, how ISP talk to each other. So if this is ISP1, if this is ISP2, and this is ISP3, like how ISPs are talking to each other with the help of BGP. Because all ISPs have different AS number. Clear everyone, what is the difference? And OSPF is used for internal connectivity. Okay, sorry about my writing, because I told you earlier also, I wanna be doctor when I was a kid, but I chosen network engineer career. तो writing इसलिए थोड़ी गड़बड़ है. चलो, दिख रहा है ना सभी को, like it's readable, right? So it's internal connectivity. OSPF is used for it, and you can only modify. We can modify only outgoing traffic. Okay, this is the major difference. Suppose again, so this is your company, this is your Delhi office, and this is your Mumbai office, and this is maybe your Chennai office. So what OSPF can do? OSPF में आप ये कर सकते हो, in OSPF, like you want to send outgoing traffic from here, from this side. But you cannot modify that all Chennai traffic will come from this side. So incoming wala feature nahi hai isme. Okay, no, you cannot modify incoming traffic. Okay, you can't configure Delhi router. Okay, so in BGP, we can configure this router so that automatically the ISP2 will forward traffic to me. Okay, so BGP is little more powerful because we can influence incoming and outgoing traffic. Aniket, I can't explain right now till the time you don't understand the OSP or BGP very well. You can only be able to learn these things when you will be in the advanced topics. Because right now you just need to understand like incoming and outgoing traffic क्या होता है. Incoming का मतलब आना, outgoing मतलब जाना, simple है ना. बस अभी के लिए आपने यही याद रखना है that OSPF is used to change the outgoing traffic, but in BGP you can change outgoing and incoming both. Clear? Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so right now our topic is EIGRP. So let's hold OSPF and BGP right now, because EIGRP is also one of the good protocol. Okay, so let's talk about EIGRP now. Okay. Okay, so guys, in OSPF, internal connectivity means to handle routers connectivity within the, yes, Sachin, OSPF आपका हमेशा internal में रहेगा, and BGP is used for like like external and internal both. Okay, so let's talk about EIGRP now. Okay, so there are two windows you guys can see. Okay, one on the left side and one on the right side. So yeah, so let's focus here. So EIGRP stand for, it's written over here, like I have already made notes for you. So you can see enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. Okay, so enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. And there was very old protocol before EIGRP. तो EIGRP से पहले एक प्रोटोकॉल था. Before EIGRP there was IGRP, but now they have made EIGRP, so we do not use IGRP. Clear everyone? So who made this protocol? So Cisco made this protocol. Cisco developed EIGRP, IGRP, and after that, and afterwards, they made EIGRP. तो पहले IGRP बनाया, फिर EIGRP बनाया, ठीक है. बट IGRP अब कोई यूज नहीं करता. Nobody uses IGRP because it does not support subnetting. There are a lot of problems in IGRP, and this is why the name says Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. IGRP full form is Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, and after that they made EIGRP, that is Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. Okay, so the concept is same. Like EIGRP is also going to update the packets. Like EIGRP is going to use update packets. And when we discuss about EIGRP, so you can see this image, guys. Okay, so so you can see this picture. I have already given you example. So this is a company where on the left side you can see the picture. So the left cloud is maybe a company, and there is another company. So between these companies, they are going to connect with exterior routing protocol, and inside the company, they are going to use interior routing protocols. Can you see that? Okay, clear है? ये चीज हम कर चुके हैं already. Okay, so EIGRP. Okay, so let's talk about here. Let's talk. इसको हटाओ यहाँ से, मैं खुद ही लिख दूंगा. Okay, so EIGRP, the most important feature of EIGRP, like EIGRP supports VLSM. So what is VLSM? Variable length subnet mask. मतलब subnetting को support करता है. Okay, EIGRP supports VLSM, that is like subnetting. After that, EIGRP uses protocol number, that is 88, OSPF 88 and 89. So that is IP 88. I'm sure 80 है, 89 तो OSPF है शायद. Okay, I have to confirm. Just hold on. Okay, sometimes it get confused. EIGRP. You can check also EIGRP protocol number. मैं सही हूँ वैसे मुझे लग रहा है. But OSPF का 89 है. हाँ 88 ही है. ठीक है, good है. Okay, so okay, yes. So EIGRP uses a protocol number IP number 88. Okay, OSPF ka protocol number, OSPF has a protocol number 89. Let's write in the left right corner 89. Okay, so that you understand. And EIGRP has a multicast address. So that is 224.0.0.10. Okay, so this is the multicast address of EIGRP. Okay, and also if you check, EIGRP has multicast MAC address also. Okay, and that is like 01F. Okay, ये भी काफी बड़ा है. So 5ECC ऐसे करके 0000 something 0A. Okay, let me confirm again because it's a big one. I do not want to be wrong on few things. So you can type EIGRP multicast MAC address, because routers are going to use a MAC address and IP address both. Yes. So 0100, sorry. So little bit wrong. So 01, let me write again. 01, after that 00, after that 5E. Yes, that is. And after that 00 again, 00. And in the last 0A. A means 10. A का मतलब क्या होता है? A is 10 in hexadecimal, right? Everyone knows. पता है ना सभी को? Okay. So this is the multicast MAC address, because I have seen like from last many batches, like they are saying, sir, they are asking us multicast MAC address. Okay, so this is why you need to, and if you want to know about OSPF has two multicast address, 2240005, 2240006. Okay, and the multicast address is 01005E 000006 and 01005E 000005. Okay, so this is OSPF. Okay, we will be covering OSPF after that. I'm just sharing so that you can compare and remember. Okay. Okay, so these are MAC address, by the way. Okay, and these are multicast IP address of OSPF. And just to inform you, RIP is not used. RIP जो है ये RIP है, so we do not use RIP. But still, you guys can write the multicast address of RIP. So that is 224.0.0.9. Okay, and it works on UDP port number 520. Okay, so this is all about RIP. We'll discuss about RIP maybe when we get time, but it's not a part of our content. Maybe I can check if I have some video of RIP, and you can also check networking's channel for RIP. We do not use RIP now. Okay. And that's why Cisco removed from their official workbooks, and mostly all companies also moved to EIGRP or OSPF. Okay, so coming back to EIGRP. Okay, so EIGRP has a lot of features. Okay. Okay, यहाँ तक आ गया अपने को. हाँ, ठीक है. अब EIGRP सबनेटिंग कर रहा है, प्रोटोकॉल नंबर, MAC एड्रेस एंड ऑल, एंड EIGRP सपोर्ट अप टू 255 राउटर्स. कितने राउटर लगा सकते हो आप? You can add up to 255 routers in EIGRP. Okay. Now in EIGRP, there is a concept of hello. Okay, what will happen? Like these two routers, if you connect router 1 with the router 2 and you configure in both routers EIGRP, so what will happen? They will automatically, the router 1 is going to send a message to router 2 and say hello, and router 2 is also going to say hello. Okay, so hello is basically a protocol. Hello protocol used by EIGRP. Okay, used by EIGRP to discover the neighbors. To discover the neighbors. Clear, everyone? So what will happen? They both will send hello, and this hello protocol is going to send a hello packet. Which packet they are going to send? They are going to send a packet which is called hello packet, and the time for hello packet, hello timer in EIGRP is 5 seconds. After every 5 seconds, routers are going to send hello after every 5 seconds. मतलब भेजी जा रहे हैं, कोई नहीं रोक रहा है इनको. Okay, so routers are sending hello packets after every 5 seconds. But when you send hello, if I say hello, suppose if I call you guys, okay, I'm calling Ankush. Yes, Ankush. If I'm going to say hello for 5 seconds, I'm saying hello, 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 and you do not reply me, what I'll do? I'll disconnect the call. अगर आप फोन उठा के बोल ही नहीं रहे तो मैं क्या करूंगा? काट दूंगा फोन. तो ऐसे ही यहां पर भी काट रहे, डेड टाइमर बोलते हैं इसको, और होल्ड डाउन टाइमर. होल्ड डाउन टाइमर. So if you do not reply me, I will disconnect the neighbor after 15 seconds. So it means if you send hello, they are already neighbor. Okay, ये neighbor बन चुके हैं, they are sharing hello. So when maybe after 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, you send hello, but if this router does not send you hello in 15 seconds, then what will happen? The neighborship will go down. Neighborship will go down if you do not revert me with hello. तो hello इतना जरूरी है. Hello is like a keep alive mechanism. Okay, so it is like a mechanism where I'm checking you after 5 seconds that you are there with me or not. तो ये हर 5 सेकंड में क्या चेक कर रहा है कि भाई साथ में तू मेरे कनेक्टेड है या नहीं है. Are you getting my point? So if you are connected with me, that's fine. If you are not connected with me, let's remove the neighborship. Let's break up. Yeah, अब तुम्हें याद रहेगा. Okay, so let's repeat EIGRP. So EIGRP stand for enhanced interior. Full form याद रखना यार, कई लोग इंटरव्यू में फुल फॉर्म ही भूल जाते हैं. Okay, so enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. Gateway routing protocol. And EIGRP is developed by Cisco. And just to inform you, like Cisco, this protocol was Cisco proprietary. तो पहले क्या था ये? So earlier, like this protocol, Cisco proprietary. So EIGRP was Cisco proprietary. तो पहले क्या था ये? Only in Cisco devices you are able to run EIGRP. So if you want to run EIGRP between these 4 routers, okay, so what you want in this case, in earlier, like before 2011 or 2014, I think, EIGRP was Cisco proprietary till 2014, I think. So 2014 था या 2011 or 12, you can check on Google. So before 2014, I think, or 2012, you can check on the Google. So like if you want to run EIGRP, you need all devices to be Cisco. Means all your devices should be Cisco, then only you can use EIGRP. But after 2012, okay, let me check that also. EIGRP ओपन स्टैंडर्ड का बना. EIGRP ओपन स्टैंडर्ड आई थिंक 2014 था. देखो मैं क्यों देखता हूँ, मैं तुम बोलो बाद में कभी आके मुझे वीडियो में फिर गलत बता दिया, तो इसे मैं पहले ही देख लेता हूँ कभी कभी छोटे छोटे पॉइंट. 2013 है. ओके, इट्स 2013. Okay, so till 2013 it is Cisco proprietary, and after that EIGRP became open standard. What is open standard? Means any company can use this protocol. Like Juniper can also run EIGRP, but the only problem, they are not developing this protocol. समझ रहे हो आप क्या कह रहा हूं? मैं दोबारा समझाता हूं. Suppose like I'm sure most of you know about Apple, right? Apple mobile, and their software, like Apple software, you can only use in Apple phone. Just imagine if Apple come to you, in Apple they release a Mac, what we call Apple software for free, like कोई भी phone में डाल लो. Okay, so do you think Android users or Google is going to add the Apple operating system in their phone? No, because they are competitors. Yes or no? अगर एप्पल अपना सॉफ्टवेयर फ्री भी कर दे, क्या गूगल उसको डालेगा अपने फोन में? उनका खुद का है ना, समझ रहे हो? सो द सेम वे, like Cisco made it proprietary, but nobody is using. Like if you check Juniper, they are not using. So Juniper is using OSPF. Okay, and there are like BGP. So these are open standard. By the way, OSPF, BGP, like these protocols, what we discussed here. So EIGRP is now open standard, but from the beginning days, OSPF is open standard. OSPF तो बना ही open standard है. BGP is also open standard. But Cisco, when Cisco made this protocol, I think in 1996 maybe, so they made this protocol to be available for the guys who buy the Cisco devices. So those who buy Cisco devices, they can run EIGRP only. But Juniper, Huawei, okay, or what we call Nokia, okay, or Alcatel, okay, all these companies like Juniper, Huawei, Nokia, HP, whatever companies, whatever devices they are making, they are not, even EIGRP is open standard, they are not using EIGRP because of XYZ reason, okay, because they do not want to promote EIGRP maybe, okay. I think there is only one Linux platform that is like you can just check. So that is like EIGRP is only supported by one operating system, that is free range routing. Yeah. FRR. Okay. So EIGRP now in 2022, I'm discussing right now, this video is getting recorded in 22. So only two devices support EIGRP. One is already Cisco and one is like FRR, Linux operating system. Okay, that is for testing and all. Okay. Okay, guys, let's take a break of 5-7 minutes and I'll come back. Okay. थ्योरी में ना बहुत बोलना पड़ता है यार, ब्रेक ले रहा हूं मैं. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. ठीक है गाइज, अभी किसी के डाउट्स हैं तो पूछ सकते हैं वन बाय वन, इफ यू गाइज हैव एनी डाउट. यस
सर, मल्टीकास्टिंग एड्रेस एक बार बता दीजिए.
मल्टीकास्टिंग एड्रेस अभी एक एड्रेस है. राउटर्स जो होते हैं, राउटर्स कम्युनिकेट ऑन वन स्पेसिफिक एड्रेस, राइट? सो व्हेन यू एक्टिवेट EIGRP on router 1, so router 1 is going to send packet on multicast address.
That's the class D address, na sir? Class D.
Yeah, from class D, the all multicast addresses came. So if you configure like router 1, okay, I'll give example. Any other question? Let me note down. Multicast बात करेंगे. और any other doubt?
सर मेरा क्लास को लेकर
right
डाउट
now
है.
in industry,
Sir,
right now in
multicast
industry, OSPF is mostly used, na sir?
Yeah, Bhavraj, 90% of the companies are using OSPF. Because I told you the reason is EIGRP only works in Cisco routers.
मल्टीकास्ट
It's
एड्रेस एक
open
बार
standard.
एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिएगा एक
OSPF
बार.
is open standard.
Yes, अंकित क्या बोल रहे हो?
मल्टीकास्ट एड्रेस एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिएगा.
हाँ, वो करेंगे, लिख लिया मैंने. और बताओ.
सर गोविंद हियर.
या गोविंद.
सर आई एम फ्रॉम अक्टूबर 2021 बैच CCNA. तो ये मेरा फर्स्ट क्लास है आज. तो क्लास के एंड में एक बार बता दीजिएगा कि ये नोट्स वगैरह का लिंक कहाँ से मिलेगा.
श्योर गोविंद.
ठीक है सर. या
So there's no CCNP book loading in the notes.
Okay, sir, I'll upload today.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't worry about the notes. I'll be sharing. Okay, so let's. Yeah, Rezal, you was supposed कुछ बोलना था. Yeah, tell me. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Now audible. Yeah, tell me.
Thank you. Atul sir, could you please upload this HSRP on the CCNA plus CCNP? I requested.
Sure. I'll upload today.
Thank you, sir.
Promise.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's talk about multicast address again, because somebody is asking me. So what happens, like we are going to configure the EIGRP today. Okay, so because without configuration, we will not be able to understand EIGRP. Okay, so let's do the configuration. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, now I hope you guys can see. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to my device. So that is. Okay, you can configure the lab on Packet Tracer as well, but I'm doing my configuration on today on my server. Okay, so when you log in into this, most of you got this lab access, which is CCNP. So this is complimentary for all the students who have joined the batches. Okay, and so under this, when you log in into the server, you can see a lot of folders here, like Encore and all. So my folder is routing. Okay, please note down the folder name is routing. And in the routing folder, like if you scroll down, you will be going to see like lab 2, like let's check lab 2, and this lab 2 is EIGRP basic. Okay, lab 1 for your practice, if you want to practice static routing. Okay, if you want to practice static routing, please do this lab. Okay, it's very simple lab. Okay, so lab 2, let's go for lab 2. Where is lab 2? Yeah, so this is lab 2, EIGRP basic. Okay, now you guys can see there are 4 routers, and these all are Cisco routers. Router 1, router 2, router 3, router 4. So we are going to connect all four locations. Okay, let's consider these are your head office. Router 1, let's suppose this is your head office, and router 2, router 4, router 3 are your branch locations. Okay, you can just imagine yourself into a company, and you can imagine this design or this topology is to just you got a task to configure all the location. Okay, तो आपको एक टास्क मिला यहाँ पर कि आपको ये चारों लोकेशन आपस में कनेक्ट करनी है. ओके, So these are like, let's turn on the routers. Router 1, 3, and trust me guys, this is so easy if you just focus today. So it is more easy than static routing. So ये static routing से भी ज़्यादा easy है. Okay, so router 1, router 2, router 3, and let's open the console. So this is my router 1. This is router 2. This is router 3 and router 4. Okay, so now you can see my screen, I think. Screen रुका हुआ था शायद. Yeah, I updated the MacBook. So with some 16 version, I think. Yeah, so router 1, router 2, router 3. So what IP address? Let me check if I have any previous configuration. Okay, so you can see I have already given IP address, but because of like I want you all to configure from basic. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll stop all the devices again. Okay, I'll stop all the devices and I'm going to remove the configuration because I want you to learn from basic. Okay, so I'll click wipe to like remove the configuration. Okay, तो यहाँ पे मैं wipe कर रहा हूँ ताकि मैं सारी configuration उड़ा दूँ. Okay, this is how you can reset your router in the lab, and now you can start the routers again. Okay. So router 1, router 2. Okay. Okay, so first thing, like we are going to write the configuration, and so this is router 1 enable. So the best part, guys, like I'll be giving you one lab guide. Okay, so today you'll be going to receive this. Okay, and in this lab guide, you can see the configuration workbook is already here and the name is lab 2, right? So now you can see the steps, like you have to give IP address because that is expected. तो आपको ये at least IP address देना आना चाहिए. So let's give the IP address and let's come back to that lab. Okay, so let's give IPs. So config T hostname router 1. So router 1, I'm going to give here. This is router 1. So between router 1 and 2, I have 12.0 network. तो ये router 1 और router 2 के बीच में 12.0 है और router 1, router 3 के बीच में 13.0 है. So I'll be, because this is router 1, I'll be giving interface FA01, IP address 192.168.12.1 because this is router 1. So I'm following a nomenclature where I'm putting all .1 in the router 1. Interface FA00. Okay, IP address 192.168.13.1. No shutdown. Okay, so now you can see there are some loopbacks because I am doing a lab of routing. तो अभी मैं यहाँ पे routing का lab कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so when I am be doing a routing lab, I just need to focus on routers, not on the LAN part. ठीक है, जब मैं routing के practicals कराऊंगा आप ना आपको, तो हम switching पे ज्यादा focus नहीं करेंगे because our main focus should be on the routers. So this is why I'm not creating any LAN network here. On router 1, you can see there is no switch connectivity LAN network, but you can use a loop back for testing. So here we have to just imagine, हमें यहाँ पे सिर्फ imagine कर रहे हैं, we just need to imagine there are LAN networks on router 1 and you can create these 4 networks as a loop back for testing. Okay, again I'm telling you, don't get confused. 4 networks I'm creating loop back so that you just imagine that router 1 has a 4 different kind of LAN networks or 4 VLANs. You can consider that. Okay, this is just for testing. I'm creating loopbacks here, like loopback 0, IP address 192.168.0.1. Okay, and like it's /25, so 255.255.255.128. Interface loopback 1, I'll be giving 1.1. ठीक है, तो ये हमें नेटवर्क बनाने हैं for testing. Interface loopback 2. So this is like, consider this is my VLAN. Okay, so I'll create 3, 4. So just consider these are the networks of my different departments. And now if you see that on router, if you connect a real switch or a LAN network, you will see all your networks in the router, right? The same way I'm able to see that these are my physical ports, which are actually connected to my routers. And these loopbacks I have created for my testing, because I want to test that EIGRP is helping me to forward these networks to all routers or not. तो मैं ये टेस्ट करने वाला हूं कि ये वाले नेटवर्क, ये मेरे नेटवर्क सारी राउटर्स पे जा रहे नहीं जा रहे. Okay, how you will test routing? This is why I have created loopback, so that I can check if router 1 is sharing these information with router 2, router 3, and router 4. Okay, so that's why I created loopback. So let's go to router 2. So in router 2, again, it's like simple config t hostname router 2 interface FA01 12.2, because this is a router 2. So I'm using the last digit .2 in this router. And don't forget to give no shutdown command. So in this router, we have 24.2. So router 2 is done. Let's go to router 3. Router 1, I'm creating loopback because you can consider for testing. Interface FA00. And this is router 3. So the last subnet octet is 3 for IP address. ये देख के कर लेना यार, इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. Okay, no shutdown. So yeah, so this is how you have to give IP, and the last router is remaining, that is like router 4. Okay. So router 4, enable config t hostname router 4 interface FA00 IP address. So this is router 4. So the last octet is going to be .4. So the network we have to take 24.4. तो अगर किसी को ये लग रहा है ना मैं बहुत जल्दी टाइप कर रहा हूं, तो एक्चुअली यहां तक तो तुम्हारा लेवल हो जाना था ये वाला जो मैं करा रहा हूं. So this is just basic IP addressing. Okay, I'm not doing any configuration. I'm just showing you how to give IP address, and I'm want you all to have at least this kind of speed. Okay, so now all 4 routers are done with basic IP addressing. Okay, so if you want, you can create a loopback on router 4 testing also. Like you can see router 4, you can give 444 for testing. Okay, agar karna hai, that's your call. Interface loopback IP address 4444. Okay, you can use /24 also. Okay, so you do not have to give no shutdown command to loopback, by the way. Okay, तो आपको loopback पे no shut देने की जरूरत नहीं होती. You do not have to give, or it's not mandatory, because when you create loopback, okay, so automatically they are done. Okay, so okay. ओके सो यहाँ तक हमारा बेसिक आईपी हो चुका है. नाउ द मेन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट. ओके so if you have any doubt regarding IP address or if anybody not able to understand please let me know. सभी को क्लियर है या किसी को नहीं आया समझ? This is basic IP addressing. Yes, any doubts? कोई गलती से मत कह देना सर आईपी कैसे दूंगा.
सर अगर लूपबैक कॉन्फ़िगर ना करें आपके सिनेरियो में तो फिर क्या इशू होगा? आप EIGRP कॉन्फ़िगर कर देंगे तो भी तो चलेगा.
चलेगा पर टेस्टिंग क्या करोगे? Routing protocols are what is the first line in the class I told you? Forwarding of packets from one network to another network, right? So I created loopback so that I can show you that when you activate EIGRP, these routes will be forwarded to all the routers with the help of EIGRP. तो मैं ये दिखाना चाह रहा हूं आपको कि राउटर 1 अपने राउट्स कैसे भेजेगा दूसरे राउटर्स को.
So can we
So tell me when we will be in the production networks. So if these 4 routers are Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, so do you think in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata you have only routers or do you think they have their LAN networks also?
LAN network also.
Network also.
So instead of creating LAN networks, what I did here? I created
Loopbacks.
Clear now? Why have we
Yes,
created loopbacks?
Yes, okay, sir.
Good.
Sir, can we configure loopback, the same loopback on all the routers?
No. All routers should have different networks. Remember.
No, but like in industry, R2 maybe have the same LAN IP. Maybe.
In
not
case
sure.
if that is your company, that is not recommended because अगर आप NAT कर रहे हो, if you are connected router 1, router 2 with internet, then you can do that. What you are asking, because NAT will change the IP ना private to public IP.
Okay.
Yeah.
NAT पढ़ा था ना सभी ने? What is NAT? Converting private IP into
Public
public
IP.
IP. But here we are not discussing NAT. Here we are discussing the connectivity of my 4 location with private WAN technology. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
We'll discuss about how to configure EIGRP over the internet. But right now you can consider all the links between router 1, router 2, router 3. Who has given these links? Who added these links for us?
ISP.
And this link is which link? Private connection. Okay.
Sir.
Just hold on, Tarun. मैंने unmute कर दिया था. Just hold on. एक नया फीचर आ गया है, पता नहीं क्या. मैं लेता हूं आपको क्वेश्चन. So let's do the configuration. Okay, so right now I've told you guys like you have this lab guide. Okay, so when you open this lab guide, so it has like more than I think 60-70 labs of all the topics. And now if you open this, okay, so if you open this, like in this lab, we have to do EIGRP configuration. So you can see you have to go to router 1 and say router EIGRP 1. Let's do it. So we will say router EIGRP, and after that there is a AS number. But in theory, like I told you, AS number is used in BGP, not in EIGRP. Okay. So just to inform you, when Cisco made EIGRP, they thought maybe that EIGRP can be used on internet and all. But trust me, the AS number, this AS number and the BGP AS number, which is actually used for connectivity, that is different. Okay, so this AS number has no meaning. This AS number has no meaning. You can put any AS number in the company. But when you configure BGP, at that time you need to buy AS number. जब आप BGP चलाओगे तो AS number खरीदना पड़ता है. Okay, so this EIGRP you can put any number, but only one condition, that all routers should have same AS number. So if you give here AS number 100, so in all other routers also you have to give AS number 100. So if you give here 1, so in all the routers you have to give 1. Okay. So we'll discuss router EIGRP 1. आप कोई भी एक number दे दो यहाँ पे. You can give any number. Okay, I'm giving here 1. And after that, tell me how many networks we have. So can you see router 1 routing interface table, like 13 network, 12 network, 0, 1, 2. So we have 6 networks. So how to forward this network? You can say network. So first network is 192.168.13.0. So make sure you have to add network ID. तो आपको network ID डालना है. Okay, क्या डालना है आपको? So you have to add network ID, network 13.0. After that 12.0. And then we have 192.168.0.0. After that we have 1.0. And after that we have 2.0. And after that we have 3.0. That's it. You just have to share your networks with the network command. And automatically what will happen? The router 1 is sharing information with other routers, but other routers are not receiving the routes. If you check show IP route, so you can see there is no routes in the routing 2 table. Router 2 के table में कोई route नहीं दिख रहा है. So these are directly connected routes. We are not receiving any routes from router 1. Because router 2 is not listening the multicast address. So what is the multicast address? I have given here information. The multicast address of EIGRP is this 224.0.0.0.10. Yes, this is the multicast address 224.0.0.0.10. Who is listening? Who listen EIGRP? Where the only router who activate EIGRP. तो EIGRP के पैकेट अगर आपने सुनने हैं, okay, you want to send or receive. So if you want to receive EIGRP packets or you want to send updates, you have to configure. So when you configure router 2 the same way, but same AS number, router EIGRP 1, and when you type 192.168.12.0 network, and automatically the hello packet made neighborship. Can you see this message that we got a neighborship? So you just have to enter your networks 24.0. So you just have, you can check from the routing table also. Okay. So देखो बड़ा simple है. Routing table देखो. Check your routing table. And now you can see you got all the routes because we configured EIGRP. So C means directly connected and D means EIGRP. Because EIGRP uses the algorithm which is a dual algorithm which runs on EIGRP. That's why you see the D option. Okay, so it means we are receiving the routes. So let's configure on router 3. How to configure EIGRP? Very simple. Show IP route. So please check your directly connected and go to router EIGRP 1 and enter the command 192.168.13.0 network 192.168.34.0. Very simple. That's it. Let's go to router 4. Check the routing table. Show IP route. Check your routing entries. Okay, 4. All 3 networks you have to go to router EIGRP 1 network 4440 network 192.168.24.0. Sorry, 24. So when you give wrong command, you can remove by going to the beginning of the command and type no. Because I have 24.0, not 23. So आपको 24 करना है, you have to say 24 and 34. That's it. And now, if you check, I am checking on router 4, guys. तो अगर आप यहाँ पे router 4 पे check कर रहे हो, okay, if you check on router 4, show IP route. So you can see I'm getting all the routes from the entire network and all your locations are sharing information with each other. So I'm on router 4. And now from router 4, can I ping these IP addresses? Let's see. Can I ping the first network? 0.1. Yes. 1.1. Yes. 2.1. Yes. 3.1. Yes. Okay. And if you check routing table, the only problem we have right now, these loopbacks I have created with the /25. And what do you see here? 24. That is a problem. है ना? तो आपने क्या कॉन्फ़िगर करें in router 1? If you go and check, if you check here, show run interface loopback 0. So this is the command to check all the configuration in the interface. So you can see we have given /25. If you check loopback 1, that is also 25. All are 25. So the problem is when you run this command show IP protocols, so it will show you all protocols what running on router. This command is very important to check which routing protocols are working on the routers. Please note it down. Show IP protocols. And right now you can see that I'm running a routing protocol EIGRP1. And right now also you can see that it is mentioned here automatic network summarization is in effect. So it's written over here automatic network summarization is in effect. That means automatically router understand this is class C, and so router is going to forward to all the routers with the default subnet mask of class C. So what is the default subnet mask of 192.168? That is /24. So this is called automatic summarization, means automatically router is sending your subnet mask. So we have to stop this because it is creating a problem for us. तो ये 25 की जगह मुझे वहां 24 दिखा रहा है क्योंकि automatic summarization on है. So because of automatic summarization is on, my router is showing me 24 here, but exactly it is 25. So we have to stop this automatic summarization by going to router EIGRP, I think 1, and you have to say no auto summary. Please do not summarize my networks. And you have to give this command in all the routers. So go to all routers and it will start accepting the subnetting, no auto summary. तो बिना no auto summary के problem होगा आपको, तो ये देना बहुत जरूरी है ताकि subnetting अच्छे से चले. Okay, no auto summary is mandatory if you want to support subnetting. So router EIGRP1 no auto summary. So once you give this command and wait for some time, and you can see issue IP route. So you can see right now I'm able to see /25. Yes, guys. So let's wait. So you can see I'm able to check that I'm getting 25. Okay. And the best part, for one network, you have two paths. So whenever a routing table shows you this type of entry, so it means to go to 192.168.0.0, you have two network. One from 34.3 and one from 24.2. So 3 is router 3 and 2 is router 2. So router 4 क्या कह रहा है? Router 4 is saying to go to this network, I have two paths. One I can go from this side and one I can go from this side. Okay, so tell me if this link is down, can you ping router 4 to router 1? If a link between router 4 router 2 is down, can you ping from router 4 to router 1? Yes, because I have two path. तो मेरे पास दो रास्ते हैं. अगर मेरा एक रास्ता डाउन भी हो जाता है, if my one path is down, still I am able to ping. Let me show you. So you can see I have two path, and if I shut down this router, let me save this, right? And once you save, you can stop the route. So you can see I have completely stopped this router. And still, if you check your routing table, still you have all the routes, but right now it is waiting for 15 seconds so that maybe your router is up. And now you can see the, not 15. So it is, so the multiple path removed. Now we have only single path. And now you can, with the single path, you can check if you can ping all the networks or not. So ping 0.1 reachable, 1.1, 2.1, 3.1. So all the networks are reachable even if your one router is down, because automatically router is checking the another path. Means this is so automation or kind of automatic, like routers are directly checking the routing tables, and if one link is down, the router will forward path to another path. So this is the power of dynamic routing, which is very, very powerful in comparison to static routing. Yes, this is ECMP. Ankur, abhi jo humne padha, so the like you have equal cost load balancing or equal cost multiple path. Okay, so that is the example of ECMP. Okay, so if you have multiple path and with the same cost or something, it is going to show you this thing, which it means load balance. तो जब भी routing table में आपको ऐसे entry मिलती है ना, तो इसको load balancing कहते हैं. Whenever you see this type of entry, it means load balancing. Okay, that router is doing equal load balancing, equal cost load balancing something. Okay, तो देखो कितना बढ़िया था. Okay, so all the configuration, it's written over here. So you just have to give the network 12, 13, whatever networks you have. All the networks you have to give network command and make sure you give not a summary so that it will support subnetting. And once you give all the commands in all the routers, and then you can check all the routers are able to ping each other. Okay, so any doubts, guys?
सर इसमें सबनेट देने की जरूरत नहीं होती है, सबनेट मास्क जैसे और में देखे और
not a summary will help you. Automatically it is going to cover. We have option to give wildcard mask, but it's not required. With the not a summary it will work.
मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि आपको मतलब सबनेट या वाइल्ड कार्ड देने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ अपना नेटवर्क अपना वो करा दीजिए, पब्लिश कराइए और
not a summary is mandatory.
ओके
सर मेरा एक सवाल है, हम राउटर 1 पे 4 लूप बैक एड्रेस
बिना
ठीक है
दिख नहीं रहे तुम यार.
जी जी मैं नहीं दिखता हूँ, मेरा वीडियो काम नहीं करता सर.
अच्छा अच्छा, तो ले लो कैमरा.
जी
कैमरा ले लो एक.
ठीक है सर. सर अब वहाँ हम अब समझिए, अब आप जो है 4 लूप बैक एड्रेस का इन रियल टाइम में समझो 100 उसके पास राउट्स है. अब मैं राउटर 4 ये चाह रहा है कि मुझे उसके पूरे राउट्स नहीं चाहिए, मुझे 100, मुझे उसमें से पर्टिकुलर एक 25 राउट्स मुझे चाहिए, क्योंकि मेरा राउटिंग टेबल फुल हो जा रहा है, लोड ज्यादा हो रहा, तो वो कैसा करूंगा मैं?
वो that is you are asking me the last topic of EIGRP today.
Okay sir.
That is actually route filtering. We are going to learn route filtering. I can show you, but you will not be able to understand.
Yes, okay, no problem.
Okay, I am just showing you, okay, that what we are going to learn in EIGRP. So tell me, router 4 is getting all the routes, yes or no?
Yes, it's getting.
Router 4 is getting all the routes, right?
Yes.
So if I want to block 1 and 2, अगर मैं इन दोनों को block करूं, I do not want to see them in the routing table. Okay, so what we are going to learn, I'll teach you this slowly. Okay, maybe today itself you are able to understand. So we will create access list and select the network. So whatever network you want to block. Okay, we created ACL and selected the network with wildcard mask, and then you select the another network. Okay, so you selected because I want to block 1 and 2 because I do not want these routes in this branch office. So in the branch office, I create ACL, and after that, I go to router EIGRP1 and I say distribute list. Okay, which ACL number we created? Number 1, distribute list 1. And I want to apply this when the routes are coming in my network and on which. So all these routes are coming to router 4 on which interfaces? तो कौन से interface से अंदर आ रहा है? From which interfaces router 4 is getting all the routes from FH0 and also from FH01 from both the sides. So we will say distribute list 1 interface FH00 and FH01 both. And now automatically this filter distribute list. Okay, तो बड़ा सिंपल है, let's learn again. So we created ACL. अगर ये आज आपको समझ नहीं आया कोई बात नहीं, आगे भी पढ़ेंगे हम. Okay, अगर आ गया तो बहुत 30 मार्क हो तुम. Okay, that you select these two networks. Okay, so you configure a access list. This is to select the network. We select this network. Okay, and then after that you go to distribute list. Okay, but actually here we need to deny. Okay, because actually we have given permission, so only these two networks will be permitted and rest all the things may be blocked. So if you check routing table, is there any change? So we can see we are only receiving 1 and 2. Okay, and you can see 0 and 3 are blocked. So अगर इसका आपको उल्टा करना है, now if you want 0 and 3 will come, 1 and 2 will be blocked. So what you have to do, you can remove the ACL and you can create ACL rule again that you want to deny 192.168.1.0. Okay, and wildcard mask. Okay, and then you say I want to deny 2.0, and also you need to say access list 1 permit any, means permit rest of the network. And already this command is already applied on the router. So ye distribute key command. So the distribute list command is already applied. FA00. Okay, so distribute list is basically I'm applying a filter. I'm putting a security guard on both the interfaces that whenever these networks will come, please deny 1 and 2 and please permit 0 and 3. So after some time, like when you check your routing table, so this is very basic filtration. So you can see 0 and 3 is coming, right? And rest 1 and 2 is blocked. Can you see all the routes I'm getting from EIGRP? But I am not getting 1 and 2 because I blocked that 1 and 2 in the filter. With the help of ACL, so you can see here I denied 1 and 2 and rest of the network I'm giving permission. Okay, it's a easy one, right? It's not that difficult, but we will learn this in the last class of EIGRP. Okay, maybe this is called route filtering, and I'll be covering like route maps, a lot of things. So, and if you go to Naukri or kind of any job portal today, and if you just type here route filtering, okay, like route filtering. So you can see there are like route filtration or route filtering. You can check here, or you can check here route maps. So with this keyword only also, I think you are able to find route filter. Okay, कि route filter पे भी कई चीजें आपको दिखेंगी कि कई कंपनीज बोल रही हैं कि route filter आता है नहीं आता आपको. ठीक है, I think I'm not searching the correct keyword here, but yes, if you check any kind of jobs and it is asking like most of you should have the route filter kind of. मुझे दिख नहीं रहा, ये देखो route filtering दिख रहा है यहाँ पे route filtering. Can you see that route filtering? Okay, so it's a good advanced skill. People ask you about the route filtering because many people do CCNA, CCNP and they are not good at route filtering. So route filtering is because companies are already running EIGRP. Nobody will ask you to configure EIGRP again and again, right? Because networks are already stable there. Okay. Yeah, Ankur, with 24 also it is working. Yeah, we need to give 25. Only one thing, I think this is 25 earlier we were getting. So you need to block the wildcard of 25 also. Okay, but 24 is also working fine. Okay, so we'll discuss about this. And so now if we check, EIGRP makes 3 tables. तो EIGRP में ना 3 टेबल आप बना सकते हो. Okay, in EIGRP, you guys able to create three tables. Okay. Okay, so इसको यार हाँ ठीक है. So यहाँ पर आप देखें, so if you see this, that EIGRP makes 3 tables. So the first table is called neighbor table. Okay, so suppose if 2 routers are getting connected, okay, so they will send hello, and once they send hello to each other, so they become neighbor. So neighbor table has a directly connected information. Directly connected routers are your neighbors. तो जो भी आपके साथ directly connected है, directly connected routers are your neighbors. Okay, directly connected EIGRP routers, not normal routers. If you run EIGRP, then only they are going to be your directly connected EIGRP routers are going to be your neighbors. Okay, after that, the neighbor table. So once you become neighbor, then router 1, router 2 became neighbor. So once they became neighbor, they are going to share their networks. They are going to share information with router 1 to router 2. And all that information will be stored into topology table. Means all the routes routers are sharing, that is going in the topology table. Okay, list of all the networks. List of all networks, because jitne bhi routers hain, all routers are sharing information, and that all information, all the list of all the networks are in the topology table. Okay, getting now? Okay, so and after that router third table is routing table. So in routing table, all best path will be there in the routing table. So let's take an example. So we done a lab today where we have like 4 routers, like router 1, okay, router 2, then we have router 3, and then we have router 4, right? This type of design we have done today. So if you check in the router 1 routing table, sorry, neighbor table, so tell me who will be my neighbors in router 1? Router 1 के कौन-कौन neighbor है? Router 2 and router, who all are connected? Router 1 and router 3. Right? In the router 1 neighbor table, only directly connected neighbor will be there. So it means router 1 is not connected. Router 1 is not connected with router 4. So router 4 information will not be there in the neighbor table. So neighbor table has only directly connected information. Clear everyone? So directly connected hogi. And let's take an example. If you check the neighbor table of router 2, which neighbors you will see in the router 2 table? Tell me who all my neighbors of router 2? Router 1 and router 4. Router 1 and router 4. Okay. And if you check router 3, router 4 and router 1. Okay. But if you check the routing, after neighbor table, if you check the topology table of router 1, topology table, it has all the networks. Okay. So suppose you have network here 23.0. If you have 192.168.51.0. If you have loopbacks here, maybe 4440. So all the networks, list of all networks. So jitne bhi network honge, all the networks will be there in this table, which is topology table. Okay. Topology table. And the best, so neighbor information. So if you see the picture here, so first they become neighbor, and once they became neighbor, they share information, and their routes will be added in the topology table. And when all the routes will be added in the topology table, whatever best path. So you can see this, both are 10.1.1.0. So one has 2000 metric. We'll discuss about metric. So this is 2500. So the lower metric will be preferred. तो जिसकी भी कम metric होगा वो prefer होगा. So the lowest metric is 2000 or 2500? 2000. So that 2000 entry will go in the routing table. Means in the routing table, we will add best path. And in the topology table, we have all list of all networks. Okay. And in that neighbor table, we will add directly connected. Means all tables are connected with each other. Neighbors share information with the table because only neighbors can share information with each other. तो पहले neighbor बनता है, फिर वो सारे route share करेंगे और जो भी best route होंगे वो सारे routing table में डालेंगे. It is a process, right? So 3 tables has a process. They first make neighbors, and when they make neighbors, they share information with each other, and all that information, like the best information, will be added in the routing table. This is how EIGRP works. Okay, so okay, so now let's talk about what is the process, how they share information with each other. Okay, so you can see like there are 2 routers here. Okay, like router 1, router 2. So please understand this. This is important. Okay, so यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है ना? So like router 1, router 2 are connected and they are sending hello packet to each other. Okay, which packet? Hello. So once they share hello with each other, okay, so they became neighbor, and after that, once you became neighbor, तो जब आप neighbor बन गए तो आपका काम क्या? बातें करना है ना? Once you became neighbor, you will share information with each other. So you will share your information with update packet. So router 1 will share with update packet, and router 2 is going to send acknowledgement. What is acknowledgement? Yes, I got your update. Okay, I got your update. Then router 1 will again send update. Maybe there are a lot of packets. Okay, maybe there are a lot of networks. So router 1 is sending update packet, update packet, update packet, and router 2 is receiving all the information and sending you acknowledgement that I got all the routes. Okay. So this is the full picture. Please look at this. ध्यान से देखो इसको. यही UPSC में आने वाला है. पढ़ लो. Okay, so router 1 is sending hello. Router 2 is also sending hello. Okay. So when they send hello, they make which table? Neighbor table. Okay. So then they send update packet, and update information will be added in the topology table, right? And they also send acknowledgement. So once all the things are done, then finally they create routing table and add the best path. ठीक है? So different AS number can be assigned to different EIGRP process in same network. Yes, Priyank, we can use multiple AS numbers, but yes, best path will be in the routing table. Correct, Samir? Okay, so any doubts, guys? Like you guys can ask me one by one. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, if we created a router ERIGP1 and there is another ERIGP 100, can we communicate between?
So that is basically you need to do redistribution. That is like advanced topic as of now for you. But yes, we can communicate. Okay. If you have 2 routers connected, like router, so you can see a picture right now. Can you see router 1, router 2?
Yes.
So if you configure router 1 with AS number 1, and if you configure router 2 with AS number 2, then they will not talk. They will not become neighbor. Okay. आमने सामने राउटर सेम एएस नंबर में होने चाहिए, ठीक है? So routers facing each other should be in the same network.
सर मेरा एक डाउट है सर, हेलो पैकेट सबसे पहले कौन इनिशिएट करेगा? अगर दो राउटर हैं तो सबसे पहले कौन इनिशिएट करेगा दोनों में से?
जिस पे आप पहले कॉन्फ़िगर कर दोगे।
ओके,
आई थिंक राउटर आईडी पे भी डिपेंड करेगा क्या?
नहीं, राउटर आईडी का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं होता। जब आपने लाइक एक साथ तो एंटर नहीं मारोगे ना राउटर 1 राउटर 2 पे बैठ के डश, है ना? तो पहले शायद राउटर 1 करोगे, फिर राउटर 2 करोगे। So once you configure EIGRP on router 1, it starts sending EIGRP packets, but nobody is listening. Nobody is like giving acknowledgement because the other side is not configured. So when you configure on another side on router 2, so router 2 also send hello. So when they exchange hello, then only they become neighbor. दोनों साइड से हेलो आएगा तभी नेबर बनेंगे ना।
सर ये आपने जो राउट रिफ्लेक्टर लगाया था, तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि ये राउट रिफ्लेक्टर तो हम एसीएल का
राउट रिफ्लेक्टर भाई कहाँ के टॉपिक कहाँ घुसा
राउट फिल्टरिंग जो लगाया था सर,
हाँ?
तो वो हम किसी पे भी लगा सकते हैं, डायनेमिक प्रोटोकॉल पे, ओएसपी बीजीपी किसी पर भी ना?
हाँ, किसी पे भी लगा सकते, करेक्ट। यू कैन ऐड इन बीजीपी, यू कैन ऐड इन ओएसपीएफ, द राउट फील्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर लिस्ट यू आर आस्किंग ना।
Sir, I do have one doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, this routing information is shared in the form of unicast or in multicast?
Multicast. Okay, but some packets are unicast also. Means once they become neighbor, the first time they send hello packets on multicast address because they don't know where is router 2, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So first they send multicast. Once they become neighbor, then they send most of the time unicast, and sometimes if I want to update maybe 10 routers, I'll use multicast. If I want to just send one-to-one message, I'll do unicast. So EIGRP uses unicast and multicast both.
Okay, sir, can we configure that the form of addressing, like to share the values in the form of unicast or multicast?
Yeah, there is some command, but I think nobody uses that type of things. Like there was old type of technology like frame relay. There we use neighbor commands in EIGRP, but it's not required right now.
Okay.
Sir, CPU intensive रहेगा क्या?
What is the answer?
Hello. 22409.
No, 010.
Yeah,
010.
2240010. Okay. So
Sir, I have a question. आपने जब ये लैब किया था तो हम लोग राउटर 1 से राउटर 4 को हम लोग पैकेट सेंड कर रहे थे, तो आइदर पैकेट वाया राउटिंग 2 से जा रहा था या राउटिंग 3 से, राउटर 2 से 3 से जा रहा था, तो हम लोग उसको लोड बैलेंस कर सकते हैं क्या कि स्पेसिफिक नेटवर्क 1.0 विल ट्रैवल फ्रॉम राउटर 2 and 3.0 will travel from router 3? This can be done?
Yeah. Yes, we can do that. So he wants that 1.0 will come from this side and 2.0 from this side, right? This is what you want?
Yes.
Yeah, you can put a filter here, distribute list. You can block 1.0 here. Okay. Filtering से हो सकता है, बहुत शोर आ रहा है यार इसका ये. Okay, so please raise hand in Zoom. There is option raise hand. I'll unmute. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Tarun. Hello.
Sir, you created loopbacks to test the network, right?
Correct.
But what if you configure the LAN interface and then test the network through that instead of creating the loopbacks?
That is also same. That is also, you guys can test in Packet Tracer. You can create a same design and you can create your maybe how many number of networks you want. You can do inter VLAN, SVI, whatever you want.
Yes, sir. But then how does creating a loopback differentiate it from creating other LAN?
Okay. So just see here. Suppose you have a router, right? So I connected the same kind of lab in Packet Tracer. We have like 4 routers. Okay, so what I did here, like instead of creating a LAN network, I created loopback. So actually, maybe in your network in Delhi, like maybe you have multiple groups, like maybe 4 different VLANs or something like that. So what I did here, instead of just creating a LAN network, so what we did, okay, so like you can see, I am going to create connectivity between these 4 routers. So this is what we have done, right, in the lab. So instead of creating a loopback on this router, like you can test it with a LAN network also. Okay, maybe you need to add a port here, NM2FE. You can add extra 2 ports and you can connect to your LAN network. In all the routers, you guys can connect. Okay, so
Yes,
हाँ तो अभी सुनो. Okay, so instead of like I have this network here. Okay, so maybe I have multiple networks, 2.1, maybe 3.1. Okay, so 4.1. Okay, so if you have multiple VLANs in the LAN network, okay, so how you are going to share these networks? Okay, so again, router is connected to these networks. That router is also have to share all these networks in the EIGRP, even it is physical or logical, yes or no? चाहे वो LAN network के नीचे है, यहाँ पे LAN है पूरा. This is my LAN network. So you want to transfer the LAN networks also to these locations so that they can ping my LAN network. So what we did, just we, instead of creating very big lab, instead of creating like 4 different LAN networks, I focused on this part in that lab. I focused on this part. So I have not shown you the LAN part. So instead of that, I created loopback. That's it.
सर वो ठीक है, लेकिन अगर आप सिर्फ FA1 इस इंटरफेस FA1/0 पे एक IP दे देते तो भी तो सर बात वही पड़ती ना, इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रिएटिंग दी
यहाँ पर FA1/0 पे आप एक ही नेटवर्क देते, और अगर फिर मैं बोलता आपको राउटर में स्टिक करते हैं, फिर 4 सब इंटरफेस, वो कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता कुछ लोगों के लिए.
ठीक है सर,
समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ?
हाँ जी.
So we can create 4 networks here, yes or no, on this sub interface. Remember, router on a stick topic in inter-VLAN. Remember or not? That you go to FA1/0 and you do not give IP, just give no shutdown. And then you go to FA1/0.1 and then you give encapsulation.1q. Then you give a VLAN number like 1. Okay. So I do not want to create, like, I do not want to complex that things. That's why we can definitely do whatever you are asking, but today, like, I just try to make the things more easy. Okay, that's why.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about 5 packets, guys. Like, how many packets we have in EIGRP? Okay, so just 10 minutes more. My voice is breaking. No, that's your internet slow. तेज करूं क्या? और ठीक है, अभी तो चल रहा है. Okay, so let's talk about packets. Okay. So we have 5 types of packets, like 3 types of table. I hope you remember now. Okay, तो अभी packets की अगर हम बात करें, so we have 5 packets. Okay, so the first packet is hello. The second packet is update. Third is query. Fourth is reply. And fifth is acknowledgement. So 3 packets you already know, that router 1 is going to send me hello packet, right? And hello packet is used to discover neighbors. Discover neighbors. Okay, तो neighbor ढूंढने के लिए होता है discover neighbors, and after that router 2 is also going to send you hello, and once the hello is done, they are going to add the information in which table? Neighbor table. Clear? So once they become neighbor, okay, then they are going to send which packet? Update packet. Update, maybe this side. So when you send update, the other side receives, and that information will be added into which table? Topology table. Okay, so maybe router 1 has a network 192.168.1.0. So this network will go in the update packet 192.168.3.0, and this update packet will go in the topology table and add the information here that we got 3.0. Okay, so after that you send acknowledgement. Okay, so update is to share information. Share the information or share the routing information. Let's write here, share the routing information. Okay, and what is query and reply? Query and reply is if you lost your primary path. तो जब आपका मेन रास्ता डाउन हो जाता है, if your primary path is down, let's write in a different way, when primary path is down, these packets, both packets will send, these packets are used to find another path. Okay, we'll discuss more about it, query and reply, but abhi ke liye samjho that if you have multiple path, okay, and if your one path is down, if this link is down, okay, so the router is send query packet here, okay, and this router is going to respond with the reply because this router has the path. This router has the path to this destination. तो अगर आपका main रास्ता down हो जाए, if your primary path, so when primary path is down, the packets, these packets, query and reply packets are used to find another path. Okay, so right now this is what you have to understand, and in the acknowledgement is just the receipt of confirmation. Receipt of the confirmation. Okay, that I got all the routes. So whenever you send update packet, you can see the other router 2 is going to give you acknowledgement that I received the routes and I have added in the topology table. So neighbor table, topology table, and the best path will go in the routing table. तो पहले तो आपको तीनों टेबल पता होने चाहिए. All you should all have the neighbor table, topology table, and the routing table, and also the flow, because many people cram. Okay, whenever somebody asks in interview, they just like within 2-3 seconds they say neighbor table, topology table, routing table. But what is the exactly working? And this is what we discussed today, that how they share. They first make neighbor, then they share information, and that all information goes in the topology table, and that topology table will go forward and forward all information to routing table. Okay, and also you need to understand hello, update, query, reply, acknowledgement. So hello किस लिए होता है? Hello is to discover the neighbors, and update is to share the routing information, and query and reply packets are used to find the backup path if primary path is down, and acknowledgement packet is just a receipt of the confirmation. Okay, receipt of the confirmation, like yes, I got your update, thank you very much. Okay, so these are the 5 packets of EIGRP, and these are the 3 tables of like EIGRP. Okay, so now what we will be doing here, so let's check the ENARSI book. Okay, so this is the chapter 2 of an RC book. And if you scroll down, it has like a lot of, so I just want you to have a quiz. Okay, nothing else. So let's do a quiz here. So most of the things you know, most of the things you don't know. Okay, let's try to learn. Okay, so what is the protocol number? And this is the same type of questions you will be getting in exam if you go for an RC. So if you want to give exam, I would recommend you to go for NCORE and RC, and you do not have to go for CCN exam, because now you guys can go for CCNP exams directly. You do not have to complete CCNA. आप directly CCNP का exam दे सकते हो, but पढ़ना जरूरी है CCNA, right? So now, like you can see, these questions are from kind of an RC. So now tell me, EIGRP uses the protocol number. Let me unmute you, not unmute, type in the chat. Okay. So what is the protocol number of EIGRP? That is 88. Very good. तो जिन्होंने भी बोला है दिवाली की बची हुई मिठाई खा लेना मेरी तरफ से. Okay. So how many packets? Second question. How many packets we have for inter-router communication? Kitne? Because EIGRP is the inter-router communication protocol. So we have 5 type of packet, and packets are hello, update, query, reply, acknowledgement. Okay. So we'll discuss about this EIGRP adjacency. What is this adjacency? Adjacency is neighborship. In EIGRP, the adjacency is your neighborship. Okay, so don't go for this fancy word. This just mean neighborship. Okay. In OSPF, there is a difference between adjacency and neighborship, but in EIGRP, both are same. Okay. So which of the following is not required to match to form authentication? So that is basically. So the answer is C. We'll discuss about hello and hold timers. Okay. So basically, what does it mean? The two routers are connected. Okay. So tell me if what is the by default time of EIGRP? Hello packet ka timer kya hota? What is timer of hello packet? 5 seconds. So if you change hello packet to 5 seconds, to this side you configure 7. So do you think they will become neighbor? Yes, they will become neighbor. Okay. Ye neighbor banenge. In EIGRP, if you change the hello timers, so still they will form neighborship. But in OSPF, they will not form neighborship. Okay. So we'll discuss about this hello timer. But in EIGRP, like if you change the timer, it will not create a problem. Okay. So we'll discuss about successor. So let's leave this question right now. Okay. Okay. Let's go to 6th question. What destination address EIGRP uses when feasible? Which is, so which to choose to? दो कौन से address use करता है EIGRP? Which 2 options are there? So 2240010 and the MAC address is this. So this B and D is the right answer. Very good. So right now, guys, I have trained you today EIGRP normal mode. So tomorrow I'll be going to teach you the latest mode of EIGRP, which mostly people don't know, that is EIGRP named mode. Okay, so this is the latest mode of EIGRP, which is only in Cisco latest router. Okay, so but right now tell me how we configure EIGRP. What is the command? Under the global configuration command, router EIGRP AS number. This B is the right answer. And I think A is also the right answer, but we'll discuss, because right now we have not covered that. Okay, so A, B is answer. Okay. Okay. हाँ, सो इस बुक को थोड़ा ध्यान से देख लेना क्या क्या इसमें, ठीक है। सो टुडे व्हाट वी डिस्कस्ड, ऑल थिंग्स आर जस्ट रिटन इन बिग पैराग्राफ्स, दैट्स द ओनली डिफरेंस। तो जितनी बातें आज हमने करी वो सारा बस इसके बड़े बड़े पैराग्राफ में लिखा है। सो यू कैन सी द मैक्सिमम 255 राउटर्स, ओके। सो इफ यू सी हियर EIGRP autonomous, do not confuse in EIGRP AS number and BGP, because the actual AS number is used in BGP. The EIGRP AS number is different, okay? Because BGP AS number you have to buy, but AS number of EIGRP is free, because EIGRP is like free to use, because that is like internal gateway protocol, interior gateway protocol, okay? Okay, so can we run two different AS numbers? क्या हम दो different AS number लगा सकते हैं? Yes. So if a company, like this example, so you can see these four routers are running AS number 100 and these three routers are running 200. So it means router 3 is running two different AS number 100 and 200. Yes or no? So can a router run multiple AS number, multiple EIGRP? So the answer is yes. तो क्या एक राउटर इसीलिए होता है एस नंबर, समझे क्यों होता है एस नंबर? बिकॉज मे बी सम राउटर्स वांट टू कॉन्फ़िगर मल्टीपल एरियाज और मल्टीपल एस नंबर्स, ओके। सो मे बी, सो दिस इज मे बी डेटा सेंटर, okay, maybe this is my head office network, or maybe, so if you want to separate the traffic of routing, you can have different AS number, but to communicate between AS and 200, that is a different task. तो क्या आप दो AS में बात करा सकते हो? Can you forward information from one AS to another AS? By default, no. By default, two AS number do not communicate. Okay, but there is a concept of redistribution. Okay, with the help of redistribution, they can talk. Okay. Okay, example like maybe the guys who speak Hindi, they do not understand Chinese, and maybe the Chinese people don't understand Hindi. But with the help of maybe English, they both people like from India and China can talk, right? So example, bad example, but I hope you got it. Okay, so tomorrow we will be going to discuss about this, which is very important. So that is like feasible successor. So how router EIGRP select the path and all. So we will be going to discuss about this. Okay. So that's for today. If you have any doubt, guys, please let me know. And those, can you upload the PDF versions of book? Yes, I'm taking a note here that this is my homework, that I have to upload all the notes. Okay, लिख लेता हूं मैं भी भूल जाता हूं, मैं भी इंसान हूं. Okay, upload the notes. How to download lab guide? Yes, I'll be sharing one link where all the information will be added. Okay, don't worry. आज की recording भी upload कर देना. Yeah, Sachin, automatically in the live portal, I think automatically it will be uploaded. In learn portal, we have to manually upload. Govind, I'll be sharing the links for notes in your learn.nwkings.com portal. Okay, please check the link in the learn portal. Sachin, NAT troubleshooting labs. NAT की troubleshooting labs यार शायद ही हूँ, मेरे पे मैं देखना पड़ेगा. NAT to T-shoot labs. I have not received the lab credential of CCNP. Can you share the support people number? Yes, Nitin, the support number is 01762-352-111-1027. You can call them right now. They are available for next 10 minutes. Share CCNP and with the command I lost. Okay. क्यों लॉस्ट कर रहे हो भाई? सारे लोग ही लॉस्ट कर रहे हो. दिवाली के पटाखों के साथ जला दिए क्या नोट्स? लिंक ही नहीं सेव रख रहे हो. मैं लिंक भेज देता हूं दोबारा. मैं एक बार है ना ये कॉन्फ़िगर करके भेजता हूँ, बिकॉज इसके अंदर मुझे okay, so the day one EIGRP. Okay. So you can see here on my screen. Okay, let me share again. Okay, so yeah, so you can see here I have already added a link here, so you can see the EIGRP notes. Okay, so whatever I have written on my notes here, okay, so that file also I'll be sharing. These are handwritten notes. Okay, so ये भी काम आएंगे तुम्हारे, so I'll be uploading that also. Okay, अभी ये फाइल को ना दोबारा, so maybe I'll be going to continue the EIGRP notes in the same handwritten file. Okay, so this is your EIGRP notes. You can see here. Okay, so when you open this, you can see, अच्छा एक ही पेज आया है. रुको, मुझे दोबारा करना पड़ेगा. भाई सारे नोट्स दे दे. So I have to export all into PDF. EIGRP. तुम आलसी होते जा रहे हो दिन ब दिन ना. सारे नोट्स भी मैं बनाऊं, पढ़ाऊं भी मैं, पढ़ रहे नहीं हो. सो EIGRP नोट्स यहाँ पे डाल दिए. सो यू कैन सी ऑल द नोट्स. ठीक है, ये डॉक्टर वाली राइटिंग के. सो EIGRP नोट्स एंड दिस इज ऑल थ्योरी विच इज लाइक एक्सट्रैक्टेड. लाइक ये भी बहुत बेस्ट से बेस्ट चीजें इसमें. ठीक है, और इसके बाद यहाँ पर मैंने लैब गाइड भी डाल दी है. ठीक है, और कुछ like you guys can revise your ACL NAT topic also, maybe you guys have done in CCNA, and there I have added a CCNA book also. So this link you will be getting in the portal. Okay, so please go to this website learn.nwkings.com. Under your courses we have added this link. Okay, so thank you all. So you mentioned that network fund would be in the course library. I do not see. So Lucy, can you please check with the team if you do not got network fundamentals? Okay. Or you can just share whenever you guys any problem, you face any problem, maybe like maybe my team is not helping you in any way, or but they always help. I'm sure like you should appreciate them. But in case if they're not able to understand your language, or maybe you are asking something they do not understand, this is my email ID. Okay, I've shared in the chat. You can put me in CC, and their email ID is this. Yeah, they're always helpful. Yes, I know. But still, if they, I'm just saying, like if they do not understand maybe any term, maybe you are asking any technical thing and they do not understand, that's why. Sir, I cannot find CCNP route final. Jalil, I have not shared the link yet. So I'll be sharing very soon. Okay. So just hold on. Let me share in the chat right now. And rest you will find this link in the live or learn portal also. Okay. ये देखो मिल गया, इसको मिल गया ये. Just hold on. अरे how to share to everyone. Okay. चलो रोल नंबर 1. Anwar is absent today. Roll number 1. Yeah. Okay, I'll be sharing this link because I'm not able to send to everyone. Okay, let me check. Yes. Yeah. Now you can see the link in the chat. Okay, so यार अभी तो इतना एज नहीं हुआ, दीवारों पे फोटो लगी हमारी। ओके गाइस, बाय बाय, गुड नाइट। किसका कोई क्वेश्चन वगैरह? जस्ट होल्ड ऑन यार, ये बिलाल का क्वेश्चन है, जस्ट होल्ड ऑन। ओके, जस्ट